Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So tonight we are going to talk about two things. A brand new eyeshadow palette. Well, it's not brand new, but it's new to me. I just found it and I'm in love. And two, we're going to talk about what is in our giveaway box and go over our giveaway details for this week. So if that is something you're interested in watching, say it with me. You're in the right place. We're about to get into it.
I'm a lone wolf. I'm a lone wolf. I'm a lone wolf. I'm a lone wolf. I'm a lone wolf.
All right, guys, so tonight we are going to talk about a palette from a company called Pinky Rose Cosmetics. Now, Pinky Rose Cosmetics is a female-owned brand. Actually, it's three sisters that own the brand, and they are based out of Sacramento, California. Now, the three sisters are Gina, Michelle, and Dalia Huerta, and they live in Sacramento, California, and their dream was to open a cosmetic store, and they did that in October of 2014. In May of 2017, they were able to open a second location in California, and in addition to that, they actually offer a pro cosmetics course, which is like an 11-week artistry course where you actually can get like a makeup certification. So they're teachers as well. So Pinky Rose Cosmetics basically is, the vision is bold pops of color. They have a very unique style. Their whole line is very colorful. It's very girly. It's actually quite stunning, and I was pretty impressed myself. I know I'm giving away the results of this palette, but I really am excited for you guys to see this. So let's get into it. So obviously with Pinky Rose being based out of California, their online store is really what reaches out to the rest of the country, right? So online, I looked at all of their products. They have a plethora of palettes. Their palettes are in the well above a dozen range, and everything is very reasonably priced, especially to be a small indie brand based out of California. They're not even a decade old yet, and they're doing really, really well. They're actually retailed in Riley Rose stores. I've noticed that as well. You can also purchase some Pinky Rose Cosmetics on the Riley Rose website as well. So there is another retailer that actually carries Pinky Rose Cosmetics in addition to being able to purchase them on their website. So the palette that I looked through a lot, and the one that actually caught my eye, is called the Pinky Rose Cosmetics, and it's called the Transition palette. And this is what the outside unicarton looks like, and then of course when you pull it out like this, this is what the palette itself looks like. And I just thought this was such a unique way to formulate a palette that I wanted to get my hands on it. So this is what we're actually going to go over tonight. Now, the packaging for this is so unique. I want to make sure that you guys get a really good close-up of what this particular palette looks like, so we're going to go to the close-up here. Now, when you first open this palette, you know it's in this sunflower pattern, and they call this style the sunflower palette. Now, the name of this palette is called the Transition palette, and you see that on the front, and then you open it and you notice that the palette is in this kind of sunflower pattern. It has a big pan in the middle that is the transition color, and then on the left it has some colors that they say is a night look, and on the right they have some colors that they say is a day look. Now the transition color itself is a matte, and then they have two metallics or shimmers, and the rest of the colors in here are mattes as well. Beautiful colors. It's a stunning palette. I love the layout. I think it's beautiful the way that they actually composed the palette itself. My favorite thing about this is actually holding the palette, because when you just flip it back and it just sits so comfortable in your hand, and you really just feel like an artist when you're using your brushes to paint on the palette that is your face. And I love the way that this just fits in the hand, and I think this is an ingenious idea. I love the way that this palette is laid out, and that really, really spoke to me. But can it perform? Let's look at some swatches. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with the middle. We'll do that transition color first, and then we will just start at the top and go all the way around the circle. So the transition color, and then these are the day looks, which are these orangey, brown, burgundy colors. Beautiful, beautiful colors. Then you go into kind of the night looks, which again are just stunning colors. I really love the way these colors look. I love the names of them as well. We have Butterfly, On Fire, Thirsty, Heartless, Fly Girl. They're really cute names as well. And overall, I think the swatches actually performed quite well. And by the way, I love the fact that the names are actually on the palette. The palette itself looks stunning. The price point is right. It retails at $21.99, you guys. So it's just $21.99 on the Pinky Rose website itself, which I think is absolutely reasonable considering what it is. And none of that matters if the application isn't good. So let's talk about application. Now, I'm actually going to let you guys take a look at the look that I've created on my eyes this evening, which I've actually worn for a couple of days just to see how it wears throughout the course of the day, and I'll show you that application process here. Now, the transition color in the middle really is a beautiful transition color. I love the way it just lays on the eye. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I was surprised, to be honest with you, when I did the swatches, I thought they were maybe a little on the lighter side and not as pigmented as I would have liked, but I very quickly changed my mind as I started blending this product on the eye. I was surprised at how well these colors build. So when you put down your initial layer, it is great because you can see it, it looks good, but when you pick up just a little bit more and you go in, because of course the key to blending is working in layers, when you go in and you start to layer the product up, it really starts to just come to life. And that is really when you start to see this palette shine. It is stunning. It does not blend into just a big awful mess. All the colors stay nice and very well defined, but they blend beautifully on the skin. The metallic colors work best when wet. I will say that. That's the one issue that I had, is that they really don't want to show up hardly at all on just a synthetic brush and trying to pack that color onto the lid. You do want to go ahead and hit it with some setting spray or some Fix Plus, but then you absolutely get just a stunning pop of color on the eye, and it is genuinely a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I really was impressed, guys, with the performance of this particular palette. I love the colors in it. I was very excited about the formula because it performed so well, because the price point is right. It's a palette line that I've discovered, and that's always exciting for me, is to discover a new line of cosmetics where it's performs well, the price point is right, and they have so many palettes to choose from, and they all serve like a different purpose. There's a little bit of something in there for everybody. This particular palette really spoke to me just because of the design and the layout, and then when I saw that the formula was just spot on, I was sold, and I am going to purchase some more palettes from Pinky Rose Cosmetics. I think overall they have done an amazing job with this palette. I absolutely love it, and it is 100% Erica approved. So of course, anytime I find something exciting, what is the first thing I want to do? I want to share it with you guys. So that is going to lead us into the giveaway. And I actually purchased another palette from Pinky Rose Cosmetics. This is actually the Pinky Rose Rustic Rose palette. Now this palette, from what I understand, I looked up on this and caught it while it was in stock, because this kind of goes in and out of stock quite often. It's one of their more popular palettes. But keep in mind, not only can you shop on Riley Rose for this palette, but you can also shop on Pinky Rose for this palette. So you do have a couple of different places where you can actually go and look for Pinky Rose cosmetics. But again, this is their Rustic Rose palette, and you guys, wait until you see the colors in this palette. They are stunning. They really are. And oh my gosh, look at that. Is that not a beautiful, beautiful array of colors? Oh my gosh, let me show you guys the close-up here. So as you can see, the colors are absolutely beautiful. There's the shimmer shades all down across the bottom, and then you have the darker colors towards the middle and the lighter color, more transition-y colors towards the top. These are absolutely stunning, and this again is another cruelty-free palette. This one actually comes with a mirror, which I think is phenomenal. And for me, the question was, is the formula going to be consistent across the board? Is it going to be as good as the Transition palette or the Sunflower palette? So I started in on some swatches, because you guys know I had to get one of these for myself. So let's look at those swatches. So because there are so many colors in this palette, I am going to just kind of zip through it in fast motion, and we'll probably do 2 rows at a time just so that you can see all of the mattes first. And there's a total of 30 pans in this palette, and there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them are shimmers. The rest of them are mattes. You guys know I am a matte kind of girl, and these shades are so pigmented. They blend out beautifully on the eye, you guys. The pops of color in the shimmers are absolutely stunning. They look gorgeous in the light, and I think you have just about everything you could possibly need here for some really cute summer looks. This Rustic Rose palette is amazing, and you guys, the price point on this palette is $27 for 30 pans, and it's cruelty free, and it's an amazing formula. I absolutely love it, and it's a female-owned brand. I love the story behind Pinky Rose with the 3 sisters, and sisters have a soft place in my heart because of my sister, so I understand what it's like when you share a love of cosmetics with your sister, and I really, really like the idea of these guys. So I definitely wanted to share the love of Pinky Rose that I have come to discover with their eyeshadows. Now, I am looking at some other products. I'll let you guys know how those fare, but this is going in the giveaway. This is actually the central item of the giveaway, but you guys know me, I'm putting it in a box with a lot of other things, so I'm sure you guys want to see what those other things are, so let's get into the giveaway box. Alright, you guys, so in the giveaway box, we obviously have the Pinky Rose Cosmetics Rustic Rose eyeshadow palette. This is the big item that's going into the giveaway box. Then we also have the new Ultra Base Beauty Amplifier, and this is from Sephora. This is actually Sephora's brand new primer, and I'll show you guys. This is their Ultra Smoothing Primer, and again, this is from Sephora. It's their Beauty Amplifier line, and it is a really nice primer. If you guys like the Smashbox Photo Finish, it's a smoothing primer like that, except the one thing I like about this is that it's not as greasy. So you get the same pore filling, smoothing property without it being so greasy. Now keep in mind, with a product like this, less is more. So you want to use just a little tiny bit, go in very, very thin layers, and it does an amazing job at giving you a flawless base. But if you go in heavy with a product like this, you'll get it, it'll start to pill up on your face. So make sure that you use it correctly. I love this stuff when it's used correctly. So make sure that you use it in thin layers, or just spot use it on areas where you have larger pores or you want to mattify and smooth out any texture that you have on the skin. This is great for that. Next from e.l.f, we actually have their Expert Liquid Eyeliner in Jet Black. I love a good liquid eyeliner, and I really like the brush on this particular product. So this is going in the box. I actually have quite a few things from e.l.f that are going into the box. We also have just a eyeshadow brush from e.l.f as well, and this is just the kind that it's like the packing brush. That's what this is. So it's a nice flat synthetic, and that is going into the giveaway box as well. In addition to that, you're also going to get a mini palette from e.l.f, and this is in Berry Please. I have recently fallen in love with purples because purples make green eyes look very, very pretty. And I got one of these and loved the formula and loved the finish, so I wanted to make sure that I got one for you guys as well. So you will have the Sculpting Silk Eyeshadow Berry Please mini palette from e.l.f. That will also be in the box. Now, recently e.l.f has improved their mascara formula, and this is the volumizing and defining mascara from e.l.f, and this is their improved formula, and again, this is in Jet Black. So I want to put that in there for you guys as well. So this will be in the box. In addition to that, not everybody is good with the paintbrush liquid liner, so I wanted to make sure that I included a felt tip liquid liner in there as well, and this is one of my favorite felt tip liquid liners because I love the felt tip on this. And this is the Intense Ink eyeliner in the blackest black, and this is a really good felt tip liquid eyeliner for great wings. I love this. This is actually one of their new products. And then we also have two palettes from e.l.f, and the first one is one of their baked palettes. This is the actual California baked palette, and typically I don't like baked formulas, but these reminded me a lot of the Zodiac ones. Now, I'll tell you a secret when it comes to these e.l.f baked eyeshadows. You kind of have to like rip off the dome and get into the color that's underneath the baked outside layer. And that color that's underneath is like stunning. It is some of the most beautiful metallics that I have ever seen. But when you get this, make sure that you what I do is I literally take like one of my makeup spatulas and I just go through and I just pop the tops off of all of them so that I can get down underneath this top baked layer, and then you have this amazing metallic formula that is to die for. So make sure you do that when this palette comes in your box if you're the winner. And then last but not least is the brand new Rose Gold eyeshadow palette from e.l.f. And this is a new one from them. And I love this one because it's not like the Mad for Mattes. It's not just all mattes. This one has some mattes in it. It does have some mattes in it, but it also has some really beautiful shimmers and pretty foils in here as well. I'll show you guys a really good close-up of it. It is a stunning, warm, neutral kind of palette, and it's got that kind of sunset rose colored vibe to it. And this is one of their newer palettes, and I absolutely love it. I think the colors in here are very Erika, and they're gorgeous. So I wanted to make sure that that was included in the box as well. So that is everything in the giveaway box. So we have quite a haul in the giveaway box. And of course, you guys know me, as the contest goes on, I'm sure that this pile will grow because I always end up throwing a couple of extra goodies in there. So all you guys have to do in order to win everything in the giveaway box is to A, make sure that you like this video, B, make sure that you are a subscriber, and C, make sure you put down in the comments how you'd like for me to get in touch with you in the event that you are the winner. Now, this is going to run from now all the way through until next weekend, and then next weekend, not this coming weekend, but next weekend, we're going to do a live stream, and we will do our announcement of the winner like we always do. And you guys will be able to see that as well. So exciting! We have another Erika approved box going out to a lucky winner. So everybody keep your fingers crossed. Whoever wins, I cannot wait for you to get your hands on this palette. This is what I'm so super excited about, making sure that you guys get. This thing is amazing. But I mean, genuinely, overall, I was really impressed with the Sunflower palette from Pinky Rose and with the Rustic Rose palette from Pinky Rose. So I am excited to explore that line a little bit further, especially considering that the price point on their products, considering what they are, is incredibly reasonable. That is very appealing to me as well. So I'm really excited, and I can't wait to explore the brand a little bit further with you guys. So yeah, good stuff. All right, guys, as always, make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you know every time I upload a video. If you guys like the work I do, feel free to support this channel. There will be a link in the credits with a way that you can do that if you so choose. Make sure that you are a subscriber if you're new here, and if you are new here, welcome. We're very glad to have you as part of the family. I think we're going to call ourselves the Approved Crew. That looks like the way that we're going. So let me guys know what you think of the name. I kind of like it. I like calling you guys my crew. So if you want to be part of the crew, then make sure that you subscribe. We would love to have you as part of the family. I hope everybody is happy and healthy, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week.